fuck's sake, I need some ammo!
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Umi here, bringing you another Battlefield 3 video. This time we're playing Rush on the attacking side of Damavon Peak. Still playing on PC. I've not given up on the mouse and keyboard, still loving it, everything about it. Using M16, I know a lot of you are going to complain about me using the M16, but honestly, who cares? I'm new to PC, I need to learn the guns and stuff like that. So plus I've not got premium yet on there, so I've not got none of the premium guns on PC. A bit low on funds at the moment, so I'm just going to wait till I'm a little more situated financially before I get premium for PC. Got it on PS3 still, but obviously not bringing no PS3 footage anymore. And how did I kill that last guy? I don't know. I put like 2 bullets. He must have had like 1% life left. But what I wanted to talk about today was basically you guys. What do you guys want to see from me playing on PC, basically? Because it's gotten to the point where, right, I played console. I was pretty good at console. I wasn't the best, but I was pretty good. So I was getting to that point where I was bringing you guys tips and tricks and stuff like that about console. But I'm not good on PC at all. So I really can't do that on PC. So I don't know. I'm kind of stuck. That's why I've not been bringing out videos much lately. It's because I've been kind of stuck on what to actually bring out. Because I used to basically get gameplay, record it, play it, talk shit over it, talk randomly about anything, maybe give you a few tips here and there. Do I continue like that, or do you want to see something different? I know I said I wanted to bring a series about helping people transfer from the PC to from console to PC, because I know a lot of you guys want to make that switch. A lot of you have been saying in my recent comments that, oh, I want to play on PC, and you lot have been asking me what like how much did my PC cost and what do I need, and etc, etc. Maybe I'll go into that a little bit as well in this video actually. Now, just to stop people asking me questions, now my PC actually cost me all in, if I'm approximately £650. In dollars wise, I don't know how much that translates to, but the main things that cost, like the cost of my PC, it's not a high-end gaming machine. It's a mid-level budget gaming, not low, but like medium level budget gaming. Now I've got a HD 6870 overclocked edition Sapphire graphics card, right? And I actually overclocked it myself a little bit as well, so it's always good to have that little bit of knowledge about how you can get a bit more performance out of your components you purchase. Now the processor I've got is a 1090 Phenom 2X6, so it's a 6-core processor, and Battlefield 3 does not even use 6 cores. They say it does. If you've got a 6-core processor, it will use 6 cores, but from my knowledge, it only uses the 4 core, so a quad core is completely fine. And you can pick up AMD and ATI graphics cards and processors pretty cheap. It's not as expensive as Intel, and you can still have a good gaming experience with them. I mean, obviously Intel and Nvidia graphics card and CPUs, there's something about them that I don't know what it is. I don't know why they're so much more expensive. I think it's basically brand names, but you can build a similar build for a lot less of the price with AMD. It's just because it's not a brand name. AMD is not really a brand name. It is becoming one, but it's not Intel. Intel is known worldwide. If you remember the adverts they used to have on TV like 10 years ago, like the little Intel inside and shit like that. Intel's been around for quite a while, and AMD has been around for quite a while, but it's just not as established. So that's why I'm guessing their components and the CPUs and graphics cards are a lot cheaper than Intel's at the moment, but you can still get the same performance. I mean, if you look at my gaming machine, is, like I said, it's a mid-level entry machine, and it's only cost me around £600. It translates to about $750–800. and that was with me not building. If I built my own computer myself, that would be around the £500 mark. I mean, seriously, it would be that low. And probably if I spent about 650, like, cause back then I didn't know how to build a computer. Now I realized how simple it actually is. The only thing you really got to be careful about when building a computer is the CPU processes, putting the CPU into the motherboard. That has to be very careful, because if you bend the pins, then that's basically your motherboard's fucked and your CPU is fucked as well. So you have to be, that's the only real part where you have to be super careful. Everything else is like plug and play. The wires can only go in one part of the computer. There's so many YouTube tutorials on how to build a computer, so even if you do come stuck up at one point, then there's always, you could always go and check up on online and see, you know, installation videos, tutorials of how to do what you want to do. So I mean, this misconception that PC gaming is expensive. Now, if you put it into context, right? How much would you pay for a PS3? When you bought your PS3, how much did you pay for, or your Xbox? I know right now they cost $200 to $250 or pounds or whatever. It's not that expensive now, but like back when, you know, they were new, or when you actually bought it, they were like £300, £400. I know I bought mine for £400, I think it was, because it was fairly new when I bought my PS3. But I've actually gone through different generations of PS3, sorry. Like, I've gone from the big 60 gig to the 80 gig, the fat ones, to the 120 gig slimline, the one I've got now. But obviously I made my money back from the fat ones and then got to the slimline one. So originally it still did cost me like £400. Now for £400 I could build more or less everything but the graphics card on my PC. Like, the CPU would be included in that, the motherboard, the case, the power supply, maybe about 4 gigs of RAM, and that's a pretty decent PC as is without the graphics card. That's like onboard graphics as well, and then later on when you've got the little bit more money, you can add the graphics card like I did. Now, put into context, what you buy a PS3 and you buy a TV, don't you? That's the standard. You buy at least a 32-inch HD TV, which again it cost me £350. So you add everything together, you're talking £750 for the PS3 and the TV. Not to mention the games as well. So like, obviously, you know, after the games you bought, like even if you buy 1 or 2 games a year, that's £40. That's still £80. So you're looking at what? You're looking at about £700-800 right there. That's just for the PS3, TV, controller, and 2 games. You know what I mean? So, and for the same price, I could build a really beastly ass PC. Not really beastly ass PC, but a good enough PC with like a gaming mouse as well. You're looking at my PC, which runs it pretty well. You're looking at the screen now, it runs Battlefield 3 pretty well. It's not full 10 HP because I like the extra frames. I don't like the frames dropping below 60 frames per second. But like I was saying, the TV compared to buying a monitor will be cheaper, so it'll cover that cost. So for example, instead of buying a £350 TV, you can buy a 22-inch LED monitor like I've got right now for £120. You know what I mean? So you're saving a lot of the cost, and obviously PC gaming and monitors go together better because the refresh rate, the response time and the refresh rate is better than an LCD TV. And plus, you don't want to be playing, you know, sat there with a mouse and keyboard in front of a massive 32-inch, 32-inch TV. I tried it and it was not as good as playing on my 22-inch. Let me tell you that. I mean, it might look a little better, slightly better on the TV, but trust me, the monitor is the way to go, and plus it's cheaper as well. And playing on a smaller screen is better than playing on the bigger screen, especially on PC, because then, you know, your eye doesn't have to wander as much. But honestly, I don't know what the hell I was talking about in this video. But like I was saying, I'm just trying to get rid of the misconception about PC gaming. And when people think, oh, PC gaming is, you know, blah de blah, you got to upgrade this every year. You do not have to upgrade it every year. I mean, I could run this PC now that I've got. I could have bought it when the graphics card first came out. It was a year and a half ago. I could have bought this machine as it is now, and it, look, 2 years later it would have still lasted me, and this machine will still last me for another a year and a half. Now the only reason why I would upgrade it if it's something I want to do is my personal preference. If I want a better graphics card so I can run in 1080p and ultra over 60 frames per second, which I can't do on this graphics card. But if I wanted to do that, I'd just upgrade the graphics card. But playing on ultra is absolutely, honestly, there's hardly no difference between like low and medium. There's hardly no difference, and there's hardly no difference between high and ultra. It's just something, if you want to do something, if you want to do it, you want to run the games all on high-end graphics, the high-end graphics you can do. So it's completely up to you, personal preference. Like right now I'm using this computer as like my step into PC gaming. Like I didn't want to put all my money in and all my nuts in the basket at the same time, and come out on the other side not liking what PC gaming is all about, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to put all my nuts in one basket and then, you know, spend a bunch of money and then like on the other end when I start playing PC gaming, me not liking it. But now I use this computer that I've got at the moment, just put my foot in the door. Now that I am enjoying it, I'm thinking of building an even better PC where I can enjoy the better graphics and, you know, so forth and so on. But hopefully, I mean, if you got any questions, if you got a budget and you want to know what you can get for your budget, basically, even £500 you can build a decent enough gaming PC. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope hope this gets rid of some of the misconceptions about PC gaming, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. My name's Umi and I'm out of here. Peace.